Hi everyone, I'm Tony from SUS.com. Today I will be talking about geotagging your thermal pictures. So geotagging, as you know, is saving GPS information, longitude, latitude, altitude as metadata on the pictures for the purpose of locating the pictures later on, or for mapping using Pix4D or Geotagging, etc. So FLIR has a wonderful camera called FLIR Vue Pro, and this is capable of doing geotagging, provided that you have to provide GPS information to it. So how do you do that? How do you provide GPS information to the FLIR Vue Pro camera for geotagging? So today I'm going to introduce to you the actual pieces of equipment that you need for doing so. So here in my hand, I'm going to take it out from this drone. It's called the VuIR Tab HD. What it is a gimbal plus HD video downlink plus control system. It has batteries to run on its own, and here it has a tablet with an app for viewing the thermal footage in real time, also to control the camera within the app. What it has is a GPS module, and you can plug it in and prepare your camera and go outside, fly, and take pictures, and it will feed the GPS information to the camera, and then you will have geotagging on the thermal pictures. That easy. Previously, we released another version of the similar version called VuIR Touch Pro, or VuIR Touch Pro. It's also a complete system with everything, except that it has the analog video system, where this one has the HD digital video downlink app here, control everything. That version has a separate monitor for viewing the thermal footage and a touch screen for controlling the system, but they're similar, except this has longer range. And also the feature of this is it can go from one drone to another, as I can show, from Inspire 2, 1, Phantom, etc. And then it also has an SD card on the body of this, and it will lock the GPS information automatically every half a second. So the GPS information, the geotagging, is saved onto the SD card on the FLIR Vue Pro camera, but we also have an additional SD card here for saving the GPS information every half a second as the text file, human readable text file, so for later on you can retrieve. If you don't have these pieces of equipment, we have just released a standalone geotagging module right here, where it does similar things, except that this is a complete solution. You can easily mount on drone, everything, control, gimbal, video downlink. This is just a geotagging module, or geotagger. It also has an SD card for logging the GPS information automatically every half a second. It has also LED light to tell you how many satellites have been connected. It also takes inner voltage from 2S to 6S voltage to convert to 5 volt to power the camera. It has the plug for geotagging and also for other 2 channels, PWM 3 and 4, so you can do recording or changing color palettes, and it has video out. Alright, as I said earlier, you need to prepare the thermal camera, the FLIR Vue Pro camera, for it to receive the GPS information and then do geotagging. So you turn it on first, wait for about 30 to 35 seconds. It will beep, beep, beep 3 times, and then the little button will turn to blue. That means it's Bluetooth mode. And then you go to an app store to download the FLIR UAS app, and on your smart device, iPhone, Android, or tablet, and then turn on the Bluetooth on the device as well. And once you've done so, open the FLIR UAS app, and then if the FLIR Vue Pro is also in a Bluetooth, meaning the button is in blue, the device will see it, Click on that and it'll connect to it. It would take a few seconds to connect. So once it's connected, it will load this screen right here. You would go to the top right corner, click on or touch the slider icon here. You go to settings, and then you have the controller tab, touch it, and then in the serial protocol, the first line, you make sure it's in map link. If it's not, click on it. It's not, it could be in PWM, and then you have to click on that and select map link again, and then by default it will be PWM1 as map link TX, PWM2 as map link RX. Just leave everything as is, and then back to the main screen. One thing I need to emphasize is that geotagging by FLIR Vue Pro is done only in two modes, either single picture mode or multiple picture mode, not in the video or probably not in time lapse. In the multiple picture mode, you can select the interval at which it will automatically, once the camera button is triggered, take a new picture. Here I'm selecting 5. I can choose 4, something down to even 1 second, but no less than that. And then once everything is set up, it's now ready to receive the GPS information from our device, like VuIR Tab HD or VuIR Touch Pro or the VuIR Geotagger standalone unit. One note I'm trying to emphasize here is that because all of those devices that we have, they have a separate SD card on their body for logging the GPS information every half a second automatically into a human readable file. So even if you select video mode, even though the FLIR Vue Pro camera doesn't do geotagging, meaning saving the GPS information onto the video file directly, it doesn't do so. You still have the GPS information on the SD card on the body of our VuIR tab or VuIR products. It does so also in single or multiple picture mode. Alright, so we have taken quite a few pictures outside with our VuIR Touch Pro system. So we're going to see the geotagging information here. I'm going to click randomly a picture, or maybe some here, some cool picture with cars, and right click on that and go to properties and then details. By the way, this is in Windows. And then you can scroll all the way down, almost down at the bottom of the page. You can see GPS, latitude, longitude, altitude, information, and when was it taken. And then that's the basic way of knowing that GPS information is saved in a picture. Another cooler way, a better way, is to go to a website called, let me show you that one, Jeffrey's Image Metadata Viewer. You can Google that or go to this address right here, and then select the file, maybe some file that you like, and then confirm that you are not a robot, and then click View Image Data. He's a nice guy. He built this website for free. Maybe we can donate some to him. We're not anyway associated with this person, but we like his product, and we thank him for doing so. So once it's loaded, boom, you can see the picture again. And here I'm going to zoom in so you can see better the GPS information in more details, you know, latitude, longitude, altitude, and the location guessed from Korea, just exact our location, and then taken with what camera? FLIR Vue Pro R640 19mm. Also, the cooler thing is it shows where the exact picture was taken on a Google map right here. So exact, it's our location. Of course, to do something even more, you have to use something called Fix4D or Don't Reply or other software that can use to utilize this kind of information. Okay, thank you. Okay, so here we are outside of our building, and we're going to use an Inspire 2 to do the mapping. And in fact, we're going to use the daylight camera just for a quick scan to show what the structure will look like. And here it is. All right. So and now we're going to switch over to the thermal cameras, take a few pictures using Pix40 software, and then we're going to load them to a computer, process with the software. Here we are, processing, loading. And then hopefully, you can see the GPS information is loaded. Okay, on the actual maps, you can see where the pictures are actually. Okay, processing, and now here we are. Finally, we have the thermal maps. Okay, it's a quasi 3D structure. I'm showing you here a few angles of the computerized model that we've just built. Okay, when we do overlay the structure on the Google Maps itself, we can see the overlaying is perfect. That means the positions are okay. That's great. So thank you everyone for watching, and I hope this video is useful enough. If you have comments or any idea or even better suggestions, just leave below in the comments. We'll be happy to receive them, and also we would be happy to answer them. Thank you again, and have good flights everyone.